Okay, this is a video going over page 21 in your chord studies section in your book. E minor and A minor. I'm going to talk about how to fret the chords and how to switch between the two. So E minor is, there's lots of different ways to finger it. In the book, we're going to finger it with our first and second finger. First finger is going to go on fret 2, string 5, and second finger is going to go on fret 2, string 4, and they'll hold down the frets together at the same time. Hold down the strings together on the second fret. Some people like to do it like that. Both are correct, but I think this is a much more functional fingering. So there's E minor. First and second finger. First finger's on. Again, second fret, 5th string, and second finger's on second fret, 4th string. And with this chord, you strum all 6 strings. Okay, so that's E minor. When you're practicing chords, you want to pluck each string to listen for things like, if I'm not getting a sound, then I might need to press harder on the string. If the higher ones are getting plucky, I might have some other fingers laying on those strings. You want to have a nice clean sound. The second chord on page 21 is the A minor chord, and it's done with these 3 fingers. And place your first finger on fret 1, string 2. Your third finger goes on string 3, fret 2, and your second finger goes on string 4, fret 2. So these two are together on the same fret, fret 2. String 4, string 3. First finger goes right here on the first fret, string 2. And with the A minor chord, most of the time you're going to want to strum from the top 5 strings. The root of the chord is this string here, A string. Memorize the finger pattern, finger placement. Pluck each string nice and slow so you can hear everything. A common thing is to have this first string ring out, or deaden, because this finger might not be placed correctly. It needs to be up and over the string so that you don't deaden it. Common thing to do is to flatten, get right on the fingertip. Okay, so there's A minor. So after you memorize those patterns, then practice going between the two, pivoting between the two. Now, between E minor and A minor, luckily the second finger does not move. It's in the exact same spot between the two chords. That's important. That's going to be our pivot finger. That's our pivot finger. It's because E minor and A minor in a lot of songs, they're together. Okay, so this makes it easier to switch. If I were to have an E minor, take my whole hand off and then place it down on A minor, that's a lot more work, and there's a lot more margin for error. But if you leave finger 2 down and switch back and forth in a pivot, that's a lot easier. So from E minor, just practice with your left hand only, pivoting off finger 2, don't lift it off the guitar, go back and forth over and over and over between E minor and A minor. You figure if you're strumming a song, songs are about 5 minutes long, so you'll be playing these chords for 5 minutes. And then when you get comfortable with that, do some strumming, nice and slow, or even get a beautiful sound out of each chord. Okay? There's another angle, A minor, E minor. So just practice going back and forth. Memorize the patterns and practice pivoting off of finger 2 between the E minor and the A minor chord. Page 21 in your book. Hope that helps.